you like how it sounds, Keith?
Yeah. Yeah. Not too picky. As long as I can hear. I hate that, though.
I'll find another stem.
Oh,
It's the first stim I've ever been like, stop. Usually I'm in. You know what I've been learning too is that apparently a lot of people go into debt to go to Disney.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that that was a thing until recently, and then it's like a lot of families do it.
I just saw a clip of a Disney adult going on the new Disney Cruise Line, and they paid for the special like Hercules room.
Oh, that would be dope though.
She walks into the room. It basically is just like a hotel room, and the only Hercules shit there was like 3 paintings on the wall.
Stop it.
And she was like oohing and awing and was like, "Oh my god, it's so like there was no thematic anything. Like,
yeah, when you said that theme, I like imagined a whole room with like
it would look like the Coliseum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything would look like ornate and like,
yeah, and a statue of Hercules that like is holding up a bathtub.
No, just picture like a cruise room that happens to just have like Mickey Mouses on the fucking floor.
Oh my god.
And she was wearing like a full, like, what, like, there are so many things about the world right now that I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
I think people are coping in their own ways, and Disney is definitely one of them, apparently. I just didn't realize because I don't pay attention to anything Disney, but...
So for, like, regular people, you would think that Disney is, like, preventatively expensive, especially now. But, like you were saying, people will go, like, ass over elbows into debt to experience that, like
second mortgages on their homes and stuff with the intention of, we will go to Disney with us.
But it's like when you go, it's not even like, it's literally peak capitalism. Like, it's the reason why people go to Disney is to spend money to buy stuff. Like, it doesn't even seem like it's an experience anymore.
I figured it feels like magic when you're there, and then you get like addicted to the magic. Like, you know, when you were a kid and you would get so excited because you were so into it, and I figure they literally create a whole world to try and like immerse you in it.
I guess, but then I see videos of like people going there, and it's just
I don't
like
really watch the videos.
It's like just hundreds and hundreds of people just walking around.
You lost me on that one. As soon as you said people.
massive crowds,
Overpriced everything.
overpriced tchotchkes, direct-to-garment printed T-shirts, and
that's
crap.
it. And like they don't even.
And bad food.
There's some good food, but there's there's a lot of bad food. And I also saw that like when they used to have those passes, you could like buy the passes to like bypass the lines or whatever. Like even getting those passes doesn't really bring you much of anything. Also, I think that they took like autism off of the disability accommodation list or something.
Oh yeah, no longer exists. Nurses don't exist. Disabilities don't exist.
Oh yeah.
Therapists
Tom,
don't exist.
Did you know about how the fucking Trump administration made a whole list of people who are no longer considered professionals? And on that list of people, social workers, licensed counselors, CNAs,
school counselors.
So all these people that went to, you know,
psychiatrists, psychologists, people that are going to research.
4 to 6 years of postgraduate work that had to log thousands of hours to get their certifications are now no longer considered professionals according to the Trump administration. And the people that are professionals, theology. If you're working in theology. We haven't even introduced the episode.
It's so good to be back.
Welcome
back to our antics.
Friends Living Well. I'm Kelsey. I'm a BCBA, and here's my co-host Nikita. She's got a lot of shit after her name.
I got a lot of stuff happening after my name, but I like to be referred to as Fajita Trombone on this, a licensed professional counselor, helping individuals, families, couples, you name it. I'll try and do my best.
She be doing it. We are affiliated with Full Living Wellness, which is Nikita's practice. We service Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Florida. We do a lot of different stuff there, so Google us and you can inquire if you need services.
Yeah, it's that time of year, especially. I feel like everybody is trying to figure out their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wearing sunglasses because I still have a concussion and I'm very light sensitive. Nikita's drinking coffee.
That's my form of sunglasses and cope.
That's her vice. Yeah, so we just be bitching about the Trump administration because some of the shit that's been,
and it's hard to keep up. It's it's one thing after another. It's just constant onslaughts of the next thing, and then
I feel like I cannot even go on social media without learning something new that's highly concerning, and it's just fucking exhausting.
Social media is basically now a form of psychosis if you want to experience it, because you go on there and you're like, here's a recipe for the best like Christmas cookies that you could ever imagine.
Ina Garten's brownie pudding.
Amazing. Get it. And
Also,
then the next video is like literal trauma from Gaza.
Yeah, it's literal starving children.
And you just with your thumb, cookies, Gaza. Cookies, Gaza. That's your reality.
It's so fucked up. Like, it's your ping-ponging between like grief and anger and hopelessness, and then it's like, oh, but look, there's a monkey eating a banana out of somebody's hand.
I saw that video too. That was amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
I was like, aliens definitely mixed our DNA with something happening there, because
anything's possible in this
happening.
Current reality. So yeah, we're right there with you guys.
Yeah, if you're barely holding on, that makes sense, and we're right there with you.
Also barely holding on. So yeah, it's nice to be back in the studio. Nikita and I haven't done a podcast episode in what feels like ages.
It literally has been.
It's been so long.
2 months. We had such a fun Halloween episode planned. And
man.
I had a medical emergency where my ovary decided to grenade itself.
Nikita was in the hospital for 5 days with no Wi-Fi.
Actually, it was so lovely. That part was really nice.
Tom said that last time. He said, God, that's probably perfect for her. That's probably exactly what she
I think it
needed.
healed parts of my brain. I had so many dreams and so many good ideas that when I came out of that. Maybe once a year I should just no contact, no access to anything.
It's almost like constantly trying to avoid your stream of consciousness is bad for you.
Probably. It's probably.
Gaza, puppies. Monkeys, otters, Gaza, Trump.
It's so
Ice.
addicting. How do I stop this cycle?
No, literally, one of my friends who's a BCBA who lives in North Carolina, she was like, yeah, I have to go into work tomorrow because ICE is coming to town, and I want to make sure that I am at the clinic in case they try to arrest any of my behavior technicians. I was like, excuse me?
Does she think they're coming there?
Yes, they came into Raleigh. They came into North Carolina, and I saw so many videos of like people were out in masses, like clowning these dudes, like yelling at them, like basically running them out of town. So, fuck ICE. First of all. Yeah. So yeah, shit sucks right now. But I'm happy that we get to finally do a podcast episode together.
I was gonna say, yeah, I got real sad there for a second as we were entering into the political realm of things. I was
it do be sucking, but
heavy heart.
But this time, I think this has been a year of us recording the podcast.
Shut up, has it really?
I think we started. Tom, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we started around this time last year.
I just remember it must be over a year then, because it was nice enough that we were sitting outside.
Yeah, I think it was. What does that mean?
It was at my house.
Twas.
Yeah, I remember it being a warm day.
It was. That was our first episode. But
I can't believe, yeah, it must have slipped with all this busyness and everything that's been between your stuff and my stuff. And then, I mean, with
Yeah.
all the world falling apart, other things have been growing and doing good too, especially with full living wellness. So it's been a busy time. And I don't even think I realized it until you just said that it's probably been,
Oh yeah,
well over
it's
a year
been
now.
over a year. Full Living Wellness has grown substantially.
It's doing so good.
It's doing
Speaking
so
of,
good.
we're getting ready to hire staff for the first time, which is amazing because Ashley and I are at a point where we are at capacity for our own caseloads. You are at capacity, and we still have people contacting us and wanting to work with us. So, and a big reason why I even found it and wanted to go into private practice was because I love offering supervision.
Yeah.
So I was really excited to find therapists that want to have that same kind of community and support and then be able to better themselves while they're supporting clients. And so that's exactly what we have found. And
it's dreams coming to fruition, I think.
It's amazing to see.
Yeah, because I think that, like, the longer you are in this profession, the more, and this might be different for you, but at least for me, I'm seeking culture, I'm seeking connection, I'm seeking people that are willing to invest in me as a person, not just like me billing billable hours.
Right.
And so that's what I think it's a very unique position to be joining a private practice, or if you're interested in joining a private practice, kind of at the ground level, because like that's what you're gonna get. It's not like you're, like ThriveWorks, that is like this huge conglomerate that has so many, that you don't even know who you're getting as a therapist, basically, or you just randomly pick from a list.
And for the therapist, like sometimes that works for some therapists where they want, I mean, I've been in stages of that before too, where having a lot of independence and not having to worry about interconnectedness and community has been of benefit. But then there's a lot of people that's just, first of all, not a long-term thing where they want to, and the first thing they're looking for is community, especially in this work. How you can only talk about it with groups where it's they understand and know what you're going through. And so you have to have people that you can check in on it. And there's nothing better to do with that than have like a team of people that are right there that already know you and how you.
And I think that that's some of my, as I'm thinking about being a part of Full Living Wellness, I haven't shared this with you, but I've been thinking about how much I enjoy the time that I get to talk with you and Ashley about what I'm doing, because I'm finding that it's helping me reconceptualize things in different ways. So like, for example, we were talking about how I can help people improve their like interoception, their bodily awareness, their emotional awareness. And I was kind of like struggling with that. I was saying to them, like, this is how I would teach it, but I don't really know. And you guys suggested drawing. And so I had such an amazing moment. I did this with my full-time job, like a child.
Yeah.
And they shared with me how they had this moment where they couldn't tell me, they didn't know what they felt. They could not understand what they felt, but they're a very creative person who loves to draw. And I said, well, you know what? Okay. Like, do you have stuff around? They got so excited. They were like, of course I do. And I was like, take as much time as you need. I want you to draw what you think this felt like. And what they came up with blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was literally a picture of a road, and there was, they wrote the past in a box, and they put a bunch of swirls, and then a road, and then they put a person on the road, and then, no, they didn't put swirls, they put rain clouds in the past. They put a person on the road, and then they put future, and then rain clouds.
Oh, it's so interesting. It's such like a timeline.
And then the person that was walking had a bunch of circles, swirls around them, like, is in confusion. And they were saying, like, it's like when I'm dysregulated, which they don't like that word, so we talk about it like when your brain is hijacked.
Yeah.
It feels like everything that happened before feels bad, but anything that could happen in the future also feels bad. And then I also feel really confused.
So it all conjoins at the same time.
And it was like, and it, as soon as they drew it and they described it to me, they started articulating feelings.
Yep.
Fear, confusion, scared, like all these things came out. And
Makes so much sense.
They didn't even realize that they said that. And
Yeah.
I was like, that was a really like cool thing that just happened here. So
that's so powerful too, because it, in that moment of them saying all the time, I don't know how to know, I don't know these things about myself, I don't know how to connect with, like that becomes the story of what they expect of themselves.
Yeah.
And the moment that you do a tool like that where you show them, like, I didn't have to do anything with you other than tell you to draw, and you already knew exactly what to draw. You did know what you were feeling. You actually had a lot more words there and insight that you gave yourself credit for.
Yeah.
You just needed a different lens to look at it through.
Yeah, and like that, so for all my BCBAs out there, the reason why I chose that based off of this conversation was because I noticed from a strengths-based perspective that this person is highly creative. They have a lot of insight and awareness, but then there's also confusion and maybe kind of like lack of confidence in knowing. And I knew that they would enjoy it. And we got so much better results by, instead of trying to fit them into the box that I would pull from, which is my ABA box to teach emotional regulation, I conceptualize it basically as like, we're always teaching a total communication approach or like augmentative communication. We're honoring words as much as we're honoring gestures and scripting and AAC devices. And like, why is drawing not
part of that too?
Part of that kind of total communication approach. You know, there's just as much value can be placed on that drawing for emotional regulation as verbally articulating the emotional experience. So that's what I think is so cool about like being in your therapeutic space or in a therapeutic space that most BCBAs are not in, because it's helping me kind of reconceptualize.
You get so many new perspectives. Even being, Ashley and I just had a conversation on Friday with one another, and her and I have been working together for 6-8 years, some crazy amount of time now. And we still help each other recognize new things with one another all the time. Just by having a conversation, she'll say something and I'm like, oh, didn't consider that yet. That would be a great application of that. And I love that you get that experience from it too.
It's so easy because I think that the cool thing about like good supervision and good collaboration and good community is like you're building off of what I already know. Like you're just letting me come to you with the idea and then we're building off of that, you know, and that's where I think there's so much, you're using a strengths-based perspective and support with me also, because you're like, you know how to do this stuff. It's just do it in a little bit of a different way.
Exactly.
And so that's where I think like coming in and the opportunity to be working in, you know, different spaces. You know how I was telling you about that interview that I had?
Yeah.
How we were talking about how like being like kind of one-sided or like having one type of clinical experience can be so like, I don't know what the right word is for it, restrictive, I don't know, limiting, perhaps detrimental maybe,
Absolutely could be.
But that's what's so interesting is like so many people want to be BCBAs or they want to be therapists and then they get to do it and then they feel comfortable in a specific space and then they might stay there. Whereas I feel like I've bounced around a lot of different spaces. You've bounced around different spaces. And that's why we have such a big toolkit to pull from.
Did you do that intentionally, do you think, of like, I need to make sure I don't get too stuck in one thing here in order to keep growing, or did it just by happenstance?
I think that it happened by accident, but I think that it's because what I really value in the work that I do is not just the therapeutic relationship, but the ability to like build systems that I really like, and I've been given several opportunities to create something that I think is appropriate. Like when I was working in public schools, they were like, whatever you want to do, just go do it, and we'll give you the resources to do it. And we built like a district-wide behavioral program that supported the students really, really well. So I think it's from a drive perspective of like, I'm eager for those like big opportunities where I can like have the power and somebody to trust that I can go in and like do something differently.
See, that in itself feels like you are pursuing like, what's the next growth thing? What's the next leadership?
Yeah, I'm always like, I'm so hungry for that.
Yeah.
That's what I feel right now. I feel such a hunger for like more, bigger, better.
Right.
Because I just think that there's so much more that I could do.
And there is, which is so crazy because as long as we've been in practice and doing this, I mean, obviously we know so much more now than we did 5 years ago. And yet 5 years from now, we will know.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah. And that's what I think is so interesting about these professions, because I've seen, and maybe this is more just in like online conversations, so many people are so resistant to different perspectives or different explanations perhaps of how to approach things. And I think that is coming from a place of like, I feel comfy here, like this idea makes me really uncomfortable and this is not what I know, where I'm like, I don't know, but I want to know more, so like let's go do it. That's why I want to go and find. That's why I was so excited to do public schools, because I was like, I've never used behavioral science in this setting with this type of person.
Yeah.
And then when I saw how incredibly effective it was, I was like, oh my God, this is so powerful. Like, imagine if we could put BCBAs in every school in the country. Like,
I wonder if that's like you having more comfort with failing potentially in that way of, because as soon as you said, I was thinking of how many therapists, it's that pressure of you want to be able to guarantee to some degree that you have the ability to treat that thing or what they're coming into you for. I notice a lot of therapists having a pressure to do that instead of saying, we'll see as we go.
Yeah. And I think that I'm also in a position where, and I feel very lucky to be very self-assured in my clinical skill set. So like I've been in places where I'm like, I am fucking flying by the seat of my pants right now, but I know that I'm gonna like do the right thing here. I might not feel it right now, but I'm gonna end up, I know what I'm doing. You know, I can figure it out. So yeah, I think there's not a fear of failure.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up. Yeah,
I think you're right in that.
Because it seems like that's something I notice a lot of other therapists like struggling with in that way. And it doesn't even seem like it's necessarily new or.
Yeah.
I think that's, maybe a self-trust thing. Maybe it's a little bit deeper than even just a clinical thing. It's just an intuition, self-trust thing of I'm feeling this, I'm thinking it, or I'll figure it out as I go.
And I think it's also seeing the trust that others have given me. Like, you have put me in a position of power here, and that is not a position that I take lightly. There's a responsibility here. You looked at me, you said, I know that you can do this. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do it.
I know that you care about people more than your own ego.
Yeah.
That's what's most, like, I know that you'll sit down with somebody and be like, I'm going to try really hard to figure out what is best to help you. And at worst, if I sit down at the end of this and go like, I just don't, at least I don't have the tools, or there's something about this that I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
I know you'll say that, whereas that's a really dangerous place at another.
Yeah. I guess it's just because I think you just have to, am I a crucial part of something? Yeah, but like, it's not about me. Like it's really about what's best for that person. So when you remove yourself and you kind of depersonalize it, like, I'm part of this change. I'm a vehicle here, and I'm going to move in and I'm going to move out. And it depends on whether or not it's good or helps. You know, I guess, yeah, I don't feel that there's any loss in that. Like, I don't, what does that do to me? It's has nothing to do with me. It's just not right for that person, and that's okay, because there's plenty of other people that are going to need or benefit from this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that goes back to, it's like a self-value thing, which I guess everybody has their own journey in of finding.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not right for you, that's okay.
Yes, and I think that that comes with time, honestly, because I have my friend again, my BCBA friend who works in North Carolina. She's so competent. She's so good at what she does. She's a very new BCBA. She's like newly certified within the last like 4 or 5 years. And she like went into this job and saw all these restrictive procedures being implemented and immediately was like,
Knew something.
this is not what we're gonna do. And she did it so effectively that she literally got like an award at her job for like reducing the amount of restraints or behavioral escalation like at this one
That's
clinic
amazing.
and it ended up getting her in like this clinical like director of clinical training
Yeah.
role. And like, but it's so funny because then she'll send me messages and she'll be like, yeah, but I just don't know. And I'm like, you know, you're doing it. Why would you be in this position if you didn't know?
It's a little healthy like skepticism of yourself in that way, of like an ego check.
It's the imposter syndrome
Yeah.
of like, but I'm just a baby BCBA.
Right. What do I know
can't
anyway?
I can't know. But I'm like, dude, you know, and you're like good at it. And the fact that you constantly doubt yourself kind of almost makes you better in some
For
ways.
sure.
Because you're like, God, I hope this works. God, I hope it works.
It grounds you a little bit when you're
Yeah.
thinking like you know all the answers. That question of like, well, wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know any answers. That'll stop you enough to go like, okay, is there anything here I didn't consider yet?
Is
maybe
that
I-
not basically like ego death?
That's what we're living in constantly. It's just ego build up to ego death.
Is any of this real? Are we actually people?
Puppies gossip.
Puppies gossip.
Puppies gossip.
Tom, Nikita made the most fucked up joke in the car yesterday. I can't wait to tell you about it.
I don't even remember it.
I cannot
bad.
say it online. I cannot say it on the air, but it was, we laughed so fucking hard at that. Oh my God.
Too soon. Too soon.
It was too soon. Way too soon. Yeah, so I don't really know how we got there, but it's so fun to talk about that shit with you.
By the idea of full living wellness, hiring people and
I'm telling
why
y'all,
we're doing it.
I would love to bring on another BCBA. That would be so sick. But I need to build this shit out a lot more before we could do that. I
Yeah.
think.
Things for you to think about as you continue exploring different
know.
possibility. Yeah, there's so many
I
options
just feel
for you.
so pulled in so many directions. Like in the past 8 months, I've just been in this stage of like, it feels like I'm standing on. There's a cliff here. I'll draw a picture with words.
We need a whiteboard.
I need a. Oh my God, I love writing stuff down, especially when I'm teaching. Anyway, I'm at the edge of a cliff, and I can look down and see that there's something there.
Right there.
And then next to the cliff is this paved road. And I could just walk down that paved road and I would be fine.
That nice tax road.
Yeah, I would get what I need. There's going to be a gas station. I'm going to get fed. There's going to be water, but I'm going to
Benefits.
be bored.
Yeah.
And then there's this cliff edge where if I jump, it'll be scary for like 5 seconds,
Like
but
one
then
of
I'll
those
be
little
fine.
squirrels with the flappies for the that
Yeah,
can fly.
I'll land in a net or something.
That be you.
But then so much cool shit's probably going to happen there. And I just be standing. I don't know when's the right time, and I don't think that there's ever a right time to do these things.
I think you just identified it, Boo.
Hate it. Being self-aware is ass. It's
And nothing's
ass.
pulling you anywhere. It's just you exploring everything.
Yeah, and I saw this quote the other day that just resonated so much, was that there is no path until you create it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's so fucking real.
Literally, if I were like, I would just want to have you think about where you want to be 5 years from now. Like 2 years, 5 years, a day in work and a day not at work. That's what I would want to have you imagine. What would your work day look like? And then what would a day where you don't work look like?
My workday would look like, this is so easy for me to answer. Why are you laughing?
And hiding his head.
You know what's funny? You don't have to, because I can't see your facial expression because I'm not wearing my glasses. You're literally just an amorphous blob right now. But you nodded your head. I saw that.
He's thankful that he doesn't have to engage right now.
Yeah, very. If I were to answer that question right now, it's I'm sitting on my computer or in person and I am mentoring other BCBAs. That is what I would want my job to look like.
Well, then
Period.
you know the answer to a lot of
And then I
stuff.
log off and then we go outside and you're also outside, also taking a break on our commune, and we're standing on our back porches. And we look at each other and we're like, "You want to go feed chickens or something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go feed chickens."
Get off my porch.
And then I yell at Tom, "Get off my porch."
That was us yesterday.
When you get home from work, I'll say, "Get off my porch. Go sow the fields."
Sew them up.
That's what we were just talking about yesterday. He was just like, "Somebody's gotta sow the fields. Are you gonna do that?" I was like, "No, you're gonna do that." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna be working." And I'm like, "Yeah, when you get home from work."
Nah, Yaroslav will do that. My lumberjack.
That's actually his ideal. I feel like if we could create an ideal situation for him, it would literally be give him manual labor that he just does for 8 hours straight, where he doesn't have to talk to anybody.
Oh yeah, or taking care. Animals.
There's
which is like the same
animals
thing.
all around. Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
In 5 years, what do you want? What do you want your day to look like? Have you thought about that?
Oh yeah, all the time. I want to be on my land. I want to be doing a lot like what I do right now, but probably just more meeting with therapists. And it's warm too, so it's easier to. Oh yeah. Right. It's got a better texture to it now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build hand strength with this.
I'll just be able to have more balance between things. Like right now, obviously, I'm still focused so much of my day.
You be grinding.
Yeah, because we're right on the cusp of like growth, and you can see it happening.
You feel it. Can you taste it?
Yeah. We just had our first networking event and everything. It's like
oh
all
my
these
god,
big
it was
firsts
so
happening.
cool. It was
Right?
such a good event.
Yeah.
I was telling Tom about. I didn't even tell Tom about the Robert. I didn't even tell him about.
Love Robert.
Yeah. So that'll be
You meet the coolest people at these events, but basically it would just allow me to have more balance between things.
Yeah.
I'd love to like start the morning every morning with like jujitsu or weights in some way. Be able to have a little bit less sessions throughout the day, so I just can space things out a little bit more.
Yeah. I picture you having like a 3-day week, 4-day week.
Yeah. I like my
3-day
4-day weeks
weekend.
just a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm still, especially for some of my couples, because it just works best for them. I'm still, some nights until 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Hell,
It's a
sometimes
lot.
9 o'clock at night. Yeah,
That would be hard to do in the winter, I think, especially.
That's what makes it. Summertime, it's not as bad. The wintertime, it really gets rough. And then
Fucking
forget
brutal.
it if I've been training in the morning. Because then I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so then I have to take a nap because otherwise I cannot function to get through to 8, 9 o'clock at night.
But even then, like, that's not the restorative sleep probably you need.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think speaking of wintertime, you were telling me you posted on our Instagram about how you had a lot of sessions where people were being like,
everybody.
"Am I depressed, or is it just winter?"
Because it's the culmination of the holidays are here.
Yeah.
Like, we were also right on the cusp of everybody's health coverage was changing. Finding out about student loans was changing. So people were like very unsure of finances. I mean, I know we still are, but even just a couple of weeks ago, it was even more ambiguous. And then daylight savings time on top of it. So it's like colder.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot less sunlight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and one thing that I've been trying to do now, I have not been able to successfully do this in the last week because I've had a tough week health-wise, but I've been trying to walk Dennis later in the day. So that way it's like when I'm done work, I'm not just doing nothing. Because I feel like sometimes I'll like, oh, it's 4:30, it's dark out, day's over. And I feel like I'm like, I have to do just a little something extra. And that helps to like be cold, be outside, move my body.
What does it give you, like a little extra energy before you? Okay.
It gives me, like, it makes me go, it makes coming in after the walk and making dinner feasible. Because otherwise, I get off and I'm like so tired and it's dark out and I'm like, I don't want to make food. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I just want to sit and do nothing.
This does feel like a time of year where I do the same thing. It's like I trick myself by being like, you have to get in motion.
Yes.
Because once you're in motion, then everything else will feel easier. But you just have to like do something to get in motion first.
And you know what I've also been doing? I am a hater of overhead lights. I try not to use them in my house ever. Which is, Tom hates it, but it's funny.
Say men's lights. Men love overhead
lights.
They
love overhead lights.
A white overhead light, yes, please.
Yeah, that's torture for me. So what I do is I will put the overhead light on and I will keep it on until I am absolutely like, now it's couch rotting time. It keeps me going.
Because you're torturing yourself because you're like, I want to turn it off.
It's basically like an escape.
You've done something productive.
It's an escape contingency. I've literally created an aversive situation that I want to like get rid of as soon as possible, but I can only do it after I walk the dog and I make food.
I just imagine her rage building as she does this too.
Thomas cracking the fuck up back there.
She's turned her house into a commercial office space.
No, but it goes along with that TikTok that I saw that was quoting some research about ways to fight seasonal depression.
There are a lot of ways. I feel like it's like a cliche almost. Like there must have been a Friends episode or something on seasonal affective disorder because everybody kind of says it with this cliche like eye roll. Yeah, which I do that too, so whatever. But it does have some merit. There is scientific information about your I think melatonin is like cut in half or something like that. Like
I don't know.
Like it's like things like that because we're just getting that much less sunlight.
Yeah, and one of these things that now they quoted some research, like they cited it in these slides.
Let's do research.
The first thing mentioned is cozy lighting early on. Don't wait for the darkness to hit and transition gradually, which actually is something that I do. So if I have a afternoon evening client, I'll make sure that I turn on all my cozy lighting downstairs before I go up and do the work. So that way when I come down,
it's already
there. It's not like I was in all this light and now it's completely dark.
Yeah.
So there's some research here that says that it reduces the shock to your suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN. Feels like when long summer days suddenly flip to short winter ones. The brain craves consistency, so easing the shift makes sad symptoms less severe. That was from two people from 2005 and 2001. Was the recommendation. So I love that because I was already doing that.
You're like, I'm doing that. So thank you.
So fucking smart. Anyway.
Got it.
You like cozy lighting though too. You have so much cozy lighting in this house.
I love cozy lighting.
I'm looking at it right now. Like there's lots of cozy light here.
Yeah, I mean it's the same reason. I can't do the overhead. It's too straining on my face. I like the cozy. And then also, I mean in my office I have to do it for depending on what time of day it is. I have to change the lighting constantly.
Yes.
Sometimes I need the light behind me. Other times I need the light over on this side, depending on what time of day it is.
Yeah. So cozy lighting is it, ladies. Don't listen to your husbands or partners who hate the cozy lighting. There's science behind it.
Yeah, light is.
Apparently.
The one I try to do real big, which I only am able to do because I'm a dog owner, so I have to take my dog out first thing in the day. But I used to wear sunglasses in the morning, and now I try not to. I take her to the park, and I don't wear any sunglasses, and I just let the sun try to hit my face, even if it's just barely coming up.
Yeah.
And I think even just being like, okay, you're waking up.
Yes.
Trying to sync up with that experience happening.
Yeah, and one thing I've also done, too, is Tom gave me one of his, coziest hoodies, and so it makes it easier to get out of bed if I literally put the hoodie on before I even leave my bed.
Oh yeah,
I'm already warm. It's not like I'm going from warm to cold, so it's like that eases that shock, just like the cozy lighting.
A good robe.
That's I got a great I got two robes. Your mom gave me a robe and my mom got me a robe.
You got a whole muumuu and slippers.
I got a whole y'all don't even know. I got a muumuu. I got a matching muumuu and a robe and matching slippers.
We're gonna have to post a picture now.
In the summer, yes, because it's very light. I was doing the logistics. I'm like, I'm gonna be so cold
in the dead of winter.
I'm gonna be so cold in that. But Lauren says she loves to wear muumuu and then like knee-high socks.
Hell yeah. And whenever she shows a picture of Whitney, it's like the dead of winter. There's like snow on the ground.
She's wearing a muumuu
With like
boots.
a belt with like a freaking gun and a
And
holster
then
in it.
she's like holding a chicken or something.
She's like, she's been fighting coyotes all morning.
Fuck, she's one of her and Jess are some of the funniest people I've
They
ever
are.
met.
We haven't hung out with them in a while too.
Long
either.
ass time. The other suggestion was start a new hobby. Novelty activates the hippocampus and ventral tegmental area, releasing dopamine. This combats the dopamine dip caused by long dark days. So it's this idea of like building neuro pathways, like new novelty.
Give your
helps
brain something to do.
Yeah, so I've started to do some felting stuff. I've started to do some embroidery stuff, which is all really easy to kind of teach yourself. So that's what I've been doing after.
So much better than just sitting. As like fun as that is and cozy as that is to just veg out.
Yeah.
I feel like mixing it in with an activity like that is choice.
Because I feel like if I veg too much, then I don't enjoy it.
Exactly.
I have to do something else, and there has to be some motivation for me to veg. If I'm just vegging, then like it just doesn't. I feel like a piece of shit.
I feel like that's like what life is basically. It's just a cycle of trying to find and hold balance.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, today was a good day. I got a good mix of things. Let's see what tomorrow is like.
Yeah. Exactly. So, cozy lighting.
Cozy lighting.
Novelty, new hobbies. It could even be just like doing puzzles. It could just be putting puzzles together. You don't have to create anything.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we're puzzle ass bitches. Except they do make me angry.
They do make you so angry.
It's because I've trauma. I got the traumas.
You having to take anger breaks from puzzles and just
I'm so frustrated.
I gotta walk away.
It's literally my mom. That is exactly my mom. But I've had to do so many goddamn visually complex puzzles in concussion rehab that
your grip changing on the
it makes me
microphone
angry
as you
thinking about it. Yeah, look at my tiny fist. Okay, this one is the one that you and I talk about constantly as a fight for depression. That's something to help with depression symptoms. Being socially connected. That is like such a good way to, even though you don't want to do it, because I don't want to do that often.
A part of me inside is like, no. Literally, as soon as you said that, no.
I know I felt a shift, but you know I'm right. So
oh my god, it's so true. But also with that, I like to put out there it can be small things because you know I'm such an introvert. So like literally, again, walking the dog, going and getting a cup of coffee.
yeah,
Like these kind of social interactions can be enough.
yeah, it could even just be a phone call. Like you don't have to be in the same physical space,
That's
right?
a lot. You went from
That's not
looking at
that-
somebody across the street and making eye contact to a phone call.
I don't think that that's that big of a jump.
So extreme.
Me? I talked to Shannon on the phone,
You're much more social. That's what I'm saying. Is
but
like
I do it like once a week.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it every day. But I would feel more connected with you if we did a phone call once a week.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and that might help your depressy.
Yeah, we could try that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do it. It's fine. I'll move on to the next one.
I'm open to it. We can try it.
Schedule it.
But
That
I still
sounds worse.
Why?
Because it has to be right in the moment.
Whatever.
If I schedule something in advance, I then lament over the fact that I scheduled something past me, scheduled something for future me. I'd rather wake up and be like, this feels right today.
I just try to touch base with you once a week. That's my rule of thumb for anybody that's on my top 5 list. My top 5 list is people in my life that I cannot live without, and so every single day I think about and I ask like, have I done something towards those relationships? Have I checked in on them?
That's very smart.
So like with you, it's like I'll check in and be like, how are you? What's going on this week? Any news? Any updates? How are you feeling?
Update. I just farted.
Can I help you with that in any kind of a way?
I be making felt projects.
She be farting and
I be
felting.
farting and felting.
Update. I'm out of underwear. I just
Update. My washer
Update.
broke again.
Using my washing machine
Oh
as
my
we
God.
speak.
The next one is one that Maya preaches all the time. Movement with rhythm.
Oh, that is such a dance is so freaking good for you.
Aerobic exercise increases
So important.
something BDNF and serotonin. Layer in rhythm. Like dance, music, paced workouts. This engages the basal ganglia, boosting dopamine driven motivation. 20 minutes of rhythmic movement 2 to 3 times a week will significantly uplift your mood.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like that's so true because we also talk about how healing jujitsu is because it's literally play.
Yep.
Like we're playing, we're moving our bodies in ways that we don't typically do it.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Like, I mean, I remember in evening classes when we were all doing like handstand against the wall challenges and like some of the girls from
Tumbles.
10th Planet have been doing like I think one of the girls, I think her name is Jess, was doing like 100 days of handstands or something. Really
That's cute.
fun. But yeah, Maya is always showing videos of like I'm just dancing at home.
Yeah.
I'm just like dancing in my kitchen and I'm just like it makes me feel so much better. I'm dancing in my garden.
I feel like she's such a great example of you don't have to use the same tools or any kind of consistency with tools. Like she'll meditate, she'll dance, she'll write, she'll cook, she'll garden. She's just always connecting with things, like you said, that connect her with her body, help her to slow down,
Yeah.
help her to have like positive connections with
Yeah.
with her earth, with community, with whatever is going on around her.
Yeah.
And if it does those things, then you're kind of good to go, whatever that is.
Yeah, and she also has this like super long, luscious hair that she like
She does
whips
have the most
around when she
beautiful hair.
dances, and I'm like,
Yes.
God damn, you're a fucking goddess.
Yeah.
Love
I have
her.
such good memories of us in Texas all like dancing together in live music.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just love live music. Every conversation goes back to New Orleans for me. Like we need to go back to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. I actually talk about this so many times where I'm like, we're going to plan. You need to get out live music and dance. Like, it's a
agree.
freaking form of treatment. Like, you have to tell me a date that you're going and doing this.
Yeah.
And if it afterwards makes you feel nothing or has adverse effects, we will
We will
renegotiate.
reevaluate.
But, like, this has to happen. There's something
Yeah.
just, like, primal and human about this. We need
No, I agree.
music and movement and to be together in this and just let things go and release and sweat.
I love it. So that's, I mean, again, like even on a all year round standpoint, movement and dance and things like that are going to be good for you, but especially during the winter holiday. And then the last one is stick to a routine.
Oh, I'm horrible at that.
I think that
Horrible
that's
at
a
that.
really hard one. Like some of these are like, yeah, like I could build that in. I could do that. This one feels so building a routine and sticking to a routine is something that every single person I think struggles with on a day-to-day basis. Like
I find some personalities are better at it than others. Like
yeah.
I even, as you said, that I'm like a number of faces of clients that I work with ran through my head of where they just are better with, and they're better at holding them and knowing
Yeah.
what. I'll get like one thing that's a routine. I'm like, I made my bed today. And like, that's the thing that's a routine. It's just
I'm
one
pretty
thing.
good. I think I have a personality that I do pretty well with routine.
I can see you being
I'm
good
very
with.
routine
Yeah.
driven. Tom knows this because I get angry when my routine changes.
I can see you being really soothed by that of like, this is my next thing. This is what I next do.
Oh yeah, because I struggle so much with like being in the moment, and you know I'm always thinking about what's the next thing, so being in a routine is helpful. But I think this, like, you and I have talked about this when we talked about this a year ago, which was, you know,
We're gonna have to do like a celebration or something for that.
I know, right? But I feel like winter and what our bodies are doing is natural. Like our bodies want us to slow down.
Yes.
We're not supposed to be pushing and fighting. It's dark out. We're supposed to be tired. We're supposed to be fatigued because it's that time of year. We're supposed to be doing things inside. You know what I mean? So we talked about this last year. Yeah. So I mean, I think while I like this idea and I do think that routines are helpful for some, I think that that's a really big ask for a lot of different people,
It's a lot of
especially
pressure.
especially my neurospicy folks that just, you know, would they like routine? Sure. But is routine hard to come by when you're, you know, an autistic adult and you're balancing living in this world right now? Yeah, that's going to be
Yeah.
really hard.
And routine actually can look, so as you say that, I'm thinking of how it could, routine can look like I do the same thing at the same time every day, but a routine can also be I check in with myself every day.
Literally. It could be whatever you want it to look like, because the other thing, like the perspective, it's nice when people quote research, right? Because you're like, oh, they took time. They did this in a way that was like they had enough resources and time and energy to explore this. But the other thing that is eliminated from research is reality, because a lot of the time research is done in a contrived way, right? So if research can say, yes, do this, and will it have positive effects? Sure. But how much does that map on to what real life looks like? You know, so you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt.
I like that too. Especially because I find if, over the past couple of years, I've been trying to practice, I give myself just a lot of grace when it's this time of transition.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not like quite in the it's not like the dead of winter yet. We're not really. So I'm like, let yourself sleep a little more. Let yourself do a little bit less. And then I find when we get into like end of December, so like January, February, March, I become a fucking workhorse during those months. Like I love waking up early and working out hard and working hard. It just is a shift, and I think I need this period of time where I just don't.
This is a transition time that's hard for everybody to move into the next phase, the next season. But then once you're in the season, you can do with it what you want, right?
I love that season.
Yeah, I do like the darker, like the winter season, because there is that consistency.
Yeah.
I'm used to it, and like now I know what to expect, and I can go. And I have to say, when I was training 6 a.m.s in winter were really great, because it was like the one thing I had to look forward to. It was like, I'm getting out of my house. Nobody else is up right now. It's 5:30. It's fucking pitch black. It's freezing. I don't even want to get on the mats, but then you're there and you're like, God, this is the best thing.
And it's so warm and your blood is just pumping.
Yeah.
And then you get in the sauna afterwards, and then you take a hot shower.
Yeah.
And your day has just started and the sun is fine.
And that cup of coffee that hits after you had a
like
workout,
a
and
cold cigarette,
and
baby.
your belly isn't full of anything.
Oh,
that should be hitting.
Life in those moments.
Insert the picture of Nikita fake smoking a cigarette at Morris Arboretum yesterday.
I felt like I was like a revolutionary.
That was so funny.
Revolutionary War soldier.
I had to add that photo to my story because I looked at it and I belly laughed at
so
you too.
funny.
So fucking funny.
And the fact that Lauren automatically knew exactly what vibe I was getting
she
into.
Was like, and
she automatically fell into wife role immediately. She was
so
like,
good.
I'm stewing potatoes right now. yeah, you are.
The other thing that I think is a good fighting the winter saddies, warm anything. Drink tea. Drink more tea, drink more coffee, eat soup. That always perks me up.
Winter saddies for these baddies.
Gang, gang.
Oh,
Tom didn't react at all.
You just blinded yourself to it.
I
saw
did.
the
I
strain
really wanted,
on your face.
I really wanted to see what he was looking like, and I couldn't get anything because I'm blind.
Yeah, warm beverages are nice. The soups are nice. The simmer pots, that's another one that's a favorite of ours. The simmer pot.
Stop buying fucking candles. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to the store. You're gonna go buy a bunch of Honeycrisp apples. You're gonna put them in for Macintosh prices, because we're not fucking paying Honeycrisp apple prices.
Wisdom.
Right? So then you're gonna go home and you're gonna make your fucking oatmeal, and you're gonna cut up your apple, and then you're gonna have an apple core, and you're gonna say, I could compost this, or I could throw it in the trash. No, put it in a fucking pot of water.
Yeah.
Put some cinnamon on that bitch.
Boom.
Turn it up. Your whole house is gonna smell like apple and cinnamon. It's fucking awesome.
Basically, that
Delectable.
fruit basket, a fruit that you said you were gonna eat, of oranges and lemons and everything. but
That
then
about
you
to go
didn't.
bad.
Now just cut that up and put that in water with cinnamon and simmer pot.
And if you add a little bit of vanilla extract, it's gonna hit that first hour is gonna hit different. So yeah, stop buying fucking candles that are just like releasing nastiness into the air that you're breathing.
As
Just,
one's lit over there.
it smells good. It smells really good.
cozy.
All right, we gotta wrap this shit up.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah, we gotta
Man.
wrap this up. Anyway,
Talked about nothing for nothing.
Nikita and I are really smart people that are good at talking about nothing. You should subscribe and follow, and you should comment on all of our social media platforms, especially on TikTok. We don't have a lot of love on TikTok, so that would be nice. But yeah, we are friends living well. We are affiliated with Full Living Wellness, which is Nikita's therapy practice. So hit us up. We appreciate you. Also, shout out Tommy Alderson. He's our fucking producer. He makes this magic happen.
And thanks for being here for our random.
Yeah, and follow his podcast, Irrelevant and Illiterate.